Welcome, everybody. I'd like to first and foremost say welcome to our associated members. It's important for us to have this day, and I'm doing this a bit the other way around, but I am the other way around. I can tell you, when I first started in agriculture, I started at a company called, some of you might not know them, but Suidwes Landbou, or Suidwes Agriculture in Leeudoringstad. What was actually very shocking when I started there, the first day, I rocked up with a pink shirt, shaven head. Obviously, the farmers and the people working there were looking at me and saying, this guy, what are we doing? What are we doing with him? But I am a little bit different, so I'm starting this different than normal. We've got the associated members. Their names will circulate the whole, and I want to specifically name them this morning. In alphabetical order: Bioman, Communique, DSM, Cayman, MSD, Octavicine, Fibro, Twins Communications, VTech, Verbac, Zoetis, and then there are the smaller guys that also contributed. I'd like to specifically and especially welcome you guys and say thank you very much for making this hall look like it does, because you made it possible for us. Thank you very much. I think we can give them a hand. Secondly, to the speakers, I think the lineup is exciting. It's new. I'm very young. I'm only 21. So we want to find new, vibrant, technologically advanced speakers. And I think we just did that. We did just that. To say that we're looking at the future. When we started this 2 days ago, they asked me about the speakers, and I told them that I'm actually the least experienced of all the speakers. And yesterday they asked me, where's my PowerPoint presentation? So I said, well, I told you I'm the least experienced of the speakers. But what I'm going to tell you this morning is actually I have a dream moment. Where are we going? But it's an I have a dream speech. To say that what happened last night, if you weren't here, you missed out. And I think if you're not here today, you're missing out. And that's what I want to create. That is, I want people to be part of the red meat industry again as it was in the years past. This is excellent. I'm so passionate about this. This is an excellent industry. And I'm going to say things that offend people. I'm going to step on toes, but this is who I am. So please bear with me. Might not make sense to the international speakers, but we've been stepping on each other's toes. We've been infighting. We've been pulling punches on each other. Even the suppliers and the pharmaceutical guys. We've been punching each other. We're bleeding. Not because of outsiders hitting us, because we are hitting each other inside here, in this hall. And I'm saying, how can we go forward? How can we move on? How can we promote, market this excellent product if we fight amongst each other? I have a dream that we can say in 12 months' time we sit here again, or maybe in another venue, a bigger venue, doubling the attendance, saying we're working towards a better meat industry. Do I have my own constituency I need to look after? Yes, I have. Where's James? James Faber. Hello, James, from the RPO. Baie welkom. Ons is bly julle is hierso. Okay. Kan ons vir die RPO net 'n hand gee asseblief? We need to understand that the feedlots cannot exist without the primary producers, without the farmers. The guys that are primary producers, we cannot exist without them as feedlots. They cannot exist without us, because where do they take their cattle? This is symbiotic. We have to work together. We have to help each other. We have to stand hand in hand. We have to hook in. It is a value chain. It is not a value incident. It's a value chain. We've got to work together. And I think what I'm trying to do is, with the feedlotization going forward, and I will stick my neck out to say that my executive, newly appointed executive, and the previous one is supportive of me to say that let's work together. Let's take the red meat industry to where it is supposed to be. We can be the biggest industry in South Africa. We can, if we work together. We can, and we've shown that. I can tell you that on an international level, we've been blocked out, if I can say that, and this maybe just for here, at certain conventions, places, meetings, because we're starting to compete at the right places. We're starting to compete with the right competitors. They don't want us in the market. If we think they're going to open the market and tell us, please come in, sell your meat, we need to think again. This is a competition. And we can only be part of the competition if we work together. So I'm very proud of what we've achieved in the past 8 months, 9 months, from the 1st of July. I think there's been a huge turnaround with regards to what is happening in the total and the whole landscape of agriculture and red meat specifically. If we look at the FMD outbreak, I've been saying this and I'll say that again, that the FMD outbreak is disastrous. But what it has done is that industry representatives, government representatives sat around the same table. I even told them yesterday that the industry representatives started sharing the minutes of the meetings. The government representatives started sharing minutes of meetings they had with industry. Now, where do you get that? For why? Because they want us to work together. We've advanced in the past, since January, since the outbreak 7 January in 2019, in leaps and bounds, we've actually grown, the relationship between us and government has grown immensely. And we've got to build on that. We've got to understand that, like the RPO needs SAFA and SAFA needs the RPO and the Abattoir Association at the end, we need government. They signed the export certificates. We need them. They need us. This is symbiotic. It's a chain. So, we're working towards a better South Africa. We're working towards a better value chain, red meat industry value chain. And I'll do my best, and I'm saying this from up here, to say that I would like to and have to work with each and everyone sitting in this room to make this a better industry. And I expect from everybody that is here to assist in making this a better industry. So, I'm thinking of this now, maybe just for one photo, Ryan. If everybody can put a SAFA hat on their head and we can take a picture of working together. Please. Ryan, do we have a camera?
We've got 2 cameras firing at the moment, so we ask everybody, put your hats on, please, and look back at the 2 cameras behind you. And give us a big smile.
Maybe take a few pictures from the floor as well.
Here we go. Let's a big smile, everybody, towards those 2 cameras, please. Thank you very much. Now you've got to turn around. You've got to turn around. You've got to face the front over here. There. You've got to do this properly. Here we go. Hi, everybody. One hand in the air and one hand on your hat. Everybody say hello. And one more time. And one last time. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for humoring me. But that'll be used. Because we've got social media. So we're going to use it. The people are going to know you were here. You cannot hide. You cannot run. We will show them. So what have we done? On the 6th of February, we had a strategic session. The South African Feedlot Association had a strategic session where we actually included some of the non-members. Yes, there's history with regards to non-members. Not going to discuss that. It's history. I love history, but it's history. It's gone. So we said we're looking at a new statutory levy. We said that we're looking at the future of the South African Feedlot Association. We said we're looking at the future of the RMIF, the Red Meat Industry Forum. And it all was discussed amongst members and non-members. If we can do it there, we can do it here. Am I right? I think I am. We've got to relook consumer education. I'm giving myself work now. I've got to relook at consumer education. What are we doing in the red meat industry to inform, not educate, inform our consumers? We haven't done enough. There's other protein sources which they love to buy. If a guy comes home from work and he's got 100 rand in his pocket, what does he buy? Chicken or beef? Chicken. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I need to promote the industry where they buy 100 rands worth of beef rather than 100 rand worth of chicken. That's what we've got to do. How do we do it? I don't know. Slim mense. The intelligent people need to help us. We've got to relook, and I'm saying this from here. We've got to relook transformation. How do we look? We don't look. If you look at this room, it's like I said, I'm going to step on toes. It's a reality. But it needn't be a negative reality. There's positives. We're here today. There's things we can do. It's a positive reality which we need to embrace. We have to do it. It's part of us. Cannot run. Cannot hide. Then my stance is I need to add value. What is the value to the members? What is the value to you as associated members now? I need to add value firstly, but I need to be relevant. All right. Me driving the South African Feedlot Association. I need relevance, and I need you guys as members and as non-members to assist me to be relevant and to add value. On my own, I cannot add value. I'm one person. I can maybe add value to one person in front of me. But to this group of in excess of 200 people sitting here today, 203 odd people, we all need to work together to add value to the industry and to each other, and at the end of the day, to create a better industry. The last thing I want to say is, before I close, I understand that the South African Feedlot Association is but a small drop in, not maybe the ocean, but in the bucket of the red meat industry in South Africa. I know that we've got to hold hands higher up as well. And I can tell you the first thing we did was we said we wanted association with the Agricultural Business Chamber, with AgBiz. We want to be part of it because they open doors that I cannot open, even if I try. I want to associate with Agri SA because they open doors which I cannot open. They stand in places where I would like to be, where I want to and have to represent not only the feedlotters, but you as well, and say that this is where we stand and this is where we can make a difference. So I have automatically and immediately joined them. I'm very glad I just actually thought of him as well. Mr. Agri Mahanjana from NERPU is here as well. Welcome, Agri. Please give him a hand as well. Agri is part and parcel of the RPO. Although on his own, we work together. He's part of it. He has to be part of it. So I would like to thank and welcome each and every one of you. It's good to have you here. We're so glad that you could come, and we look forward to a very interesting program, which I think will blow your mind as well. Thank you.